Today I'm talking to Mr. Kiran Pradhan, well-known arranger, composer and a musician. Kiranji, very welcome to Chandana TV.
Thanks, my pleasure.
Kiranji, how did you get started in the music industry?
Kedarji, it's a very interesting question and it has got a long answer, but just to cut it short, as you know, I'm basically an engineer from IIT Mumbai, that's called IIT Powai, a very prestigious institution in India. And also, following that, I did my master's in management from UK. But music has been my passion because I'm blessed that I'm born and brought up in a musical family. Both my parents are musicians, and as you know, my mother, she's a very famous Jaltaran player in India. She's the only lady artist in India who plays such a vintage instrument, and she still plays it. And she's also a composer. So it was sort of a growing up in a musical environment, and, and that has influenced me so much. And so music has been in my blood, so it's become like a passion. Although I was studying, but behind back of my mind it was all the time about music.
Since when did you realize that you could compose music?
Kedarji, there is an interesting story to tell you about this. Uh, while I was studying in IIT, uh, and as I was passionate about the music, I always thought that I must do some creative work in music rather than playing, the film songs or published song. And so there was a competition every year in IIT. They hold it, inter-hostel music competition. So in that, I thought, let's put the original entry. So someone in the hostel wrote the song, and I composed the music. I did the arrangement of the song, and we presented the song. And to our surprise, we bagged the first prize for that song. So that gave me a big confidence that the thing which I can compose and people can like it, because music composition is it's not that you can compose, but if people don't like it, it has no meaning.
Correct.
And it is something you cannot go and learn in classroom or in institution. It's a creative art, like other creative art. And so following that, I realized that I can compose music. And then I went into and it's not easy to get a breakthrough in this industry. It's quite tough. So I pursued it. I composed music, and it took about 4 5 years just to get a first breakthrough. And in 1984, HMV released my first album. It was a long playing record, LP. That's 33 speed record. 8 Marathi songs of children's song. They become a quite hit. Thereafter, I just required one breakthrough, and thereafter I had many. I did Launi for Sulojana Chavan, and then Jevan Kulkarni, Pushpa Pagdare, folk music. Many such artists are recorded, and the journey began.
Do you remember your first composition? And can you recite a few lines?
This is the one which HMV released my first album of Marathi children's song. So when I went first time, uh, and then when I sang in front of their panel, so this was the song. Of course, this is not the same words which we used in the album, because this is a traditional song. But I composed the music on that traditional song, like ye re pausa, तुला देतो पैसा, पैसा झाला खोटा, पाऊस आला मोठा, ये ग सरी, माझे मडके भरी, सर आली धावून मडके गेले वाहून, सर आली धावून मडके गेले वाहून, शाळेला निघताना पाऊस, त्याची गंमत काय सांगू. So this is the last word which I sang. That's the actually song in the record, and it has become quite a hit song.
Well, then, what made you to migrate to Australia?
Well, Kedarji, it's a $1 million question, and I suppose you can ask this question to each of us here. So probably I'm in a similar boat. Although I was doing quite well in music there, and I just started taking off my musical career in India. But then I decided, it's a life balance, for my children, for my wife, so my whole family. So I thought it might be a good opportunity for their betterment to come here, and I will work out something. So that basically made me to come to Australia.
Kiranji, what sort of projects have you undertaken in Sydney?
Following, getting acquaintance with the music technology, and once I have developed the confidence that I can now use that technology and produce the music, I approached few local artists here, and they were quite keen that I could compose and arrange music for them, because it was like a, for them the platform was they didn't have to go for many musicians. It was single, under one roof, everything, that it was single man band. So I released few albums in early stages in say 1960, 1996 to 2000. But then I did my one major project where I released a karaoke and instrumental uh, tracks called Lagja Gale, and that was quite a good success. And people then started knowing me about that I can mm, produce the music. Then one major project was I composed the music here. It was Marathi song, but that was released in Mumbai. So it was and sung by artists from Mumbai, Neha Rajpal and Sampada Goswami, pretty famous singers in Marathi. And that was a quite a good success. Then I did some couple of local movies. One was produced in Melbourne called Najuk Riste. Then there's another movie which was produced in Fiji. It's called Jodi. And all these movies, I composed the songs as well as the background score. Then I thought it's not just to I want to stick to only Indian Bollywood music. I want to do something for mainstream Australian music as well. So last year I did a musical drama which is called Babylon to Bollywood, and that was staged as one of the entry for Sydney French Festival, and it was a amazing experience. I can tell you, Kedarji. It was all English songs and composing and then recording, and I felt very happy about it. Then last year I participated into a local competition. It's called Sydney Vision Song Competition. The song has to be original song, original video, and we did that and we got a second prize. And there are many entries, and you have to compete with local, not the just Indian music. In fact, ours was the only like a sort of a Indian flavored entry, but song in English. And I composed that music into like a bhangra plus techno, so it was a very modern music. And I mean, there are many such examples, and some people come just to bring their tracks and they want to record their vocals. So I do that. I provide all kind of services, means right from composing, arranging, recording, mixing, mastering, you name it.
So, what are your future plans?
Well, I have a probably the one of the best state of the art recording facility. I got latest softwares, latest hardwares, plugins, you name it. It's a absolutely class studio, and I'm passionate about that. Whatever I do, I want to do with the best quality. It's not something just you know just a simple recording. I want to ensure that whoever comes to me, I provide absolutely you know satisfying services. So basically, there is a lot of local talent in Australia, and so this becomes like a good platform for them. All aspiring artists like singers, composers who wants to come and record. I can provide them a support and make their dream come true. Because I think everyone likes uh, that you want to do something in life other than your other profession, other career. That this is something always remains in your heart that oh I have missed something. So I can be a good conduit for those aspiring artists that they want to do any good work or in production of a music. They have a one stop uh, you know stop, like,
Kiranji, thank you very much for talking to Chandana.